If you're not making 5 to 10k a month with video editing, what the fuck even are you doing? At just 16 years of age, I managed to grow this channel with just 3 videos to over 4,000 subscribers under 90 days. And because of that, I got so many DMs and inbound leads asking me to actually work for them. And I know that most of you guys wants to be on that position. But the sad reality of 99% of video editors are that they think more editing styles and skills is going to help them to make more money. But here's the truth that no one actually tells you. Editing is not a result-based skill, which means your client will not gonna get a measurable ROI from the offer that you're selling if your offer is only about editing itself. But let me tell you, just like I have did, there's a one little solution that could fix all these problems. So the simple question that you need to ask yourself is, how can I actually deliver a specific outcome to my client with the offer that I'm selling? So the real solution here is not just to become an editor who only knows how to edit videos, but rather to become an editor who understands social media so that editor can deliver a specific outcome to the client with the offer that they are selling. And in order for you to make that shift, you need to first let go of that belief that you have, that saying, I'm just editing videos, and to actually turn that into helping your clients to help them grow their social media presence, and as an impact of that, to actually help them grow their business. And that is actually understanding social media. So what do I actually mean by understanding social media? Let's say that there's a competitor of your client's niche, and once you actually visits to these competitors, or it can be any other channel, and once you actually visits to these channels, you need to first develop the ability to actually identify what type of videos outperform all the other videos of that channel, which is one, identifying the outlier videos. And the second step is why that video performed really well compared to all the other videos of their channel. And once you identify that, the third step is actually how can I replicate that same idea and the strategy into my clients' videos and the channel that they're in. And that is actually identifying social media, and in simpler words, that is called identifying outlier videos. So what happens in this way, you're not just editing a video as your goal, you are actually stacking up your odds in your favor, because once you understand that type of video idea already performed well for other channels and niches, you already know that this video going to perform really well for your client. Because now you're not just guessing this video is going to perform well, but rather you are leveraging data. Which means as an editor, your main goal might be to edit a video, but your whole outcome needs to be actually understanding how all this social media game is actually working, so you can actually deliver something to your client that the client can have an impact on their business. Even though that you managed to make a video to go viral, there's something that is worth so much more. And that is understanding target audience of your client. Look, just imagine this. Let's say that the video that you and your client worked on got around 100,000 views. Even though that video got so much views, the audience that video attracted was completely different. And as a result of that, the conversion rate of that video is comparatively low than what the client has expected. Which means in your client's mind, it's not going to be placed as a win. It's going to be as a flopped video. So that's the main thing that you need to understand here. Like, you can basically have the best production, you can have the best quality and the best editing skills, but even so, if the audience is not actually matching with the actual ideal client profile that your client is targeting with the offer, then nothing is going to convert. And as a result, the value of your offer and yourself will not be able to actually promote to your client. So when you actually accepting projects, make sure that you ask this question: who is the target audience of my client with the videos that he's making? And second, what problem is their offer is actually solving? And third, are their videos even attracting that specific audience that they want to target? And if the answer is no for all of these questions, even that you have the greatest skills, nothing is going to help that, because the video is actually flopping in the first place even before you actually started editing the video. Because your role as a video editor is not just to become an editor, but rather to become a growth partner. So the whole role of a growth partner is to actually bridge the gap between the content and the conversion by understanding the client's offer, their business goals, and then their ideal customers' pain points. And once you actually understand all of these things, you can actually produce content that actually gets leads and also convert. And now you're not just editing or just making videos just to deliver a cool edit for the client, so they will say, "That's sick, man," or something like that. But your main goal here is to grow their social media presence, help them to get leads, and then convert those leads so your client is going to make more money with the investment that they have made on your offer. This is the most underlooked problems that many of you guys are having. And this is also from the client's perspective and also from the service provider's perspective. You can actually give your client the best highly produced content, but the channel brand and the business offer are not aligned together, then that is going to cause a lot of friction between the conversion rate. Just think about this for a second. There's a person who actually watched your client's videos. They really like the content that they're producing and they got so much value. But they're confused about what the channel is really about or who this channel is actually for. And then actually understanding their next step that would actually move them closer to the client's offer. In just simpler words, confusions kills conversion. So as a growth partner then an editor, one of the key responsibilities of yourself is actually understanding what the channel is actually about, understanding the offer and making sure the channel and the offer is really aligning well. So that means you need to ensure the channel messaging clearly states who your client is actually helping and what problem that the client is solving with their offer. And second of all, the content that your client is producing needs to directly target the specific audience your client is targeting with their offer. And third of all, the viewer's journey from actually discovering the client's channel to getting value from that video and then to actually taking action that would move them closer to the offer the client is actually selling. So that needs to be the whole bigger picture that you need to see, not just to do some cuts, add some fancy animations and all those basic things as a video editor, but to see the bigger picture and the bigger impact that you could have done to your client's business as a result of understanding all these aspects of these content systems. But even if you got all those things right, there's one thing that you are missing that would kill everything, and that is understanding how to package. Look man, you could have the best editing and the best research possible, but if no one actually clicks on the video, nothing is going to convert and no one is going to see any results. Look, you need to understand that YouTube is more like a packaging game. The creator who actually package their videos the right way will gonna get more views and conversions than the creator who have the highest produced content but with the least produced packaging. Always you need to focus on the packaging of your client's videos. If the packaging is off, no one is going to click on the video and as a result, no one is going to get value, and that means your client will not going to make any money from the offer that you are providing. So first understand the title, the thumbnail, and also the first 30 seconds of the video is really important. So your focus here needs to be to actually spark curiosity in the viewer's mind with the title and the thumbnail. So I would always recommend for you guys to actually start with the title. Look, right now you can only know about editing, but you also need to understand social media as I have told you before. And that should be actually doing the title first so you can script out the entire video depending on the title. Because the second big thing that most people are doing wrong is not delivering on the expectation. Because the thing here is that many people click on the title or basically the video expecting a certain type of thing that they could get once they click on the video. So in the first 30 seconds of the video, if the creator did not manage to confirm the expectation and also to exceed the expectation with the reality of the video, then no one actually going to watch the video all the way through. As a result, they would click off the video and they would basically go to another creator and start watching another video. So if you just take a look at Mr. Beast, he does this really well. So let's just say in one of Mr. Beast's videos, he would have the title saying, I spent 7 days in pyramids. When you click on that video, the first 30 seconds would be confirming that click that Mr. Beast actually spends this much of time in pyramids. And that is actually confirming the click and confirming the expectation with the viewer. And after that, he would say something that is actually going to exceed the expectation of the viewer with the reality of the video. And this could be something like,
I somehow have unrestricted access to all the Great Pyramids of Egypt.
If you really understand how to grab the attention or how to actually hook people with basically exceeding the expectation with the reality of the video, then that means you are ensuring your client and also yourself that this video is going to perform well, and as a result, the channel is going to explode and also the business is going to explode of your client. And that should be your main goal, and that is the desired outcome of your client as well. So now your new workflow needs to be identifying social media, which means identifying the outlier videos and then making sure the channel and offer is actually aligned well, understanding the audience that the client is targeting, and then making sure the packaging is actually optimized to get the click and also to confirm the expectation and then to exceed the expectation, and finally to write out the script that is going to keep the viewer engaged throughout the video. And now you can add the extra sauce of your main skill of video editing to help the viewer understand the main idea that the client is actually promoting. So once you actually manage to include this video editing skill to make the message clearer, the viewer will understand the actual message in a really simple way, and as a result, the more trust that is going to build with the client and also with the audience that they are targeting, and that is going to boost their conversion rate of their business. So now your new offer will not just be something that basically says, I'm just going to edit your videos, but rather it will be something like, I will help you grow your social media account and also your business as an impact of that. So if you can manage to give your clients unlimited leads throughout all their videos, then they could have leads that they can sell to, because business cannot operate without leads. And if you can solve that problem, you can charge a lot of big bucks for that offer that you are selling. And also make sure that your offer solves these type of problems that could actually have an impact on their business, not just with views, not just with subscribers, but with actual conversions that actually helps your client to bring more money into their business. Even so that I give you all these things, this is just a one little section of a 4-stage series, because this stage that I have laid down is only about maximizing traffic and conversions. There's 3 other stages that you need to actually leverage and learn in order to actually deliver tangible outcomes to your clients. So if all these things sound really well, and if you want to learn more about how you can become an entrepreneur with editing and become more like a YouTube strategist, make sure that you click the link down below, where I'm going to lay down the exact framework that anyone can use to grow this type of businesses. So I will see you there, and bye bye.